Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ron's Rides at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach. And just in time for Halloween, the black on black, black cat, Nerissimo Maserati Levante for 2019. Maserati of SUVs is here. 3-liter V6 twin turbo, 424 horsepower with this S model, and 428 foot-pounds of torque. You have the $1,590 technology package, which includes stuff like lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, and stop and go with highway assist. You have the Skyhook adaptive dampening air suspension, 21-inch Anteo wheels, Brembo brakes with red calipers and white script as well. You have the $990 Nerissimo package, which is the black package that blacks out your front bumper here. Your doorknobs and window trim are also blacked out in a Nerissimo package. In addition to that, you also get the blacked out rear spoiler with the blacked out exhaust tips with the Nerissimo package. Black out the grille here to where the front would normally be in chrome for most models and the back in black. This one, everything is in black. You also have the smoked Levante badge on the rear, and on the rear quarter panel you have the smoked Maserati insignia. To top that all off, you do get your wheels done in gloss black with the silver trident in the center cap. Now up front for the Levante, you do have a lot more aggressive, sharper looking headlight that just looks like it's a dagger ready to stab you in the heart. I really like that mean aggressive look, especially for the Nerissimo model. You do have the chrome going across here, which I wish they could have blacked out for the Nerissimo model. You do have the bigger trident because it does have the tech package, as I mentioned, so you're going to get your technology stowed up front. Now for the 2019 Levante, you're looking at a much more aggressive rear. The vents that are right over the exhaust pipes, you're looking at those, and those are a little bit more of a honeycomb grille look. You can see those a little closer. Gives it a lot more styling. You do have the body match diffuser done in black on this model as well. Looks really good. The reflectors wrap around the bumper really nicely. And then right above you have the classic Maserati taillights that have been the same since 2014 on the Ghibli Quattroporte throughout. And the Levante has been the same since 17 when the year model came out. Now you do have the smoked SQ4 badge there, which I did not go over when I said that the Levante badge was smoked, but you're still looking at the chrome Maserati lettering with the stripe under it here to go with the Nerissimo package. Now the 2019 Levante S measures in at this, 197 inches in length. Without side mirrors, 77.5 inches. With side mirrors, 85 inches. Its height is also 66.1 inches, and its wheelbase is 118.3 inches. You're also looking at a curb weight of 4,650 pounds. But it's not meant to be small. It's meant to be roomy, powerful, and practical. Now the Levante S packs a little bit more than the base model Levante. Your base model Levante, you're looking at 345 horsepower with a max speed of 156 miles per hour, a 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds with a max torque 369 foot-pounds, compared to the Levante S where you're 424 on the horsepower with 164 max speed, and you do have a 5-second flat 0 to 60 with 428 foot-pounds of torque. Now surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this, but here in the States and just with Maseratis in general, the key fob is equipped with remote start. Now it may sound surprising for a couple of reasons. One, because if you're here in the States, people in Europe, I don't think you guys do have remote start for your vehicles because of your emission laws there, and you guys are better people than we are here in America, that's for sure. So no hate there. And for people in the US that buy German brands like BMW and Mercedes, because they're so affiliated with Europe, obviously, they still abide to those emission rules. Unless you're VW, then you don't care. With Maserati, you do have the FCA merger, which is part of that Fiat Chrysler merger, and it does come with remote start with those vehicles, so it's also implemented in the Maseratis. So in order to do that, double tap here your remote start, and there you go, remote start active. You also can do your window trick. I know you guys have probably seen this before, but I've done it a few times on the channel. Why not again? Double tap the lock button, hold it down, and now your windows have rolled down. Now, you also do not get windows that roll completely down in any of the Maserati models. I'm not exactly sure if that's been cleared up as a safety regulation or anything specifically, but that has been like that with all the Maserati models. Your windows will roll down all the way up front, but about 3/4 in the rear. So keep that in mind in case, I mean, that's a make or break for you guys, the windows. Now let's take a look at the interior of this Nerissimo Levante S for 2019, because we have a couple of things that have changed. Now, if you guys have seen my videos previously to this one, we are just now getting our 19 models in, and they are coming with a new shift setup with the new shift knob. So if you guys have not seen those videos yet, definitely go check those out so you can get more of an explanation on the Lusso Levante 2019. I also use this in real-time action so you can see what it looks like in use. And for another video, I just went over everything as far as the center console goes. But with this car, we're looking at black leather Netto with the Rosso stitching as well throughout the seats and throughout the door panels and the dash. So we'll look over here with the black piano trim and aluminum to help contrast it. It's a really good look. Now, they do have a newer design here in the stitching of the door, which I really like. It's not straight up and down, it flows. And just to give you a closer look on this side, you can see that flowing pattern to the red stitching, something that's not just straight up and down. It gives a little bit more styling and a little bit more class. Now let's start her up, and in the best way I know how, in sport mode. So we're going to press the start stop button right here twice to turn power on, mirrors fold out. Then we're gonna go over here and press our sport button. I'm gonna close the door so it'll stop beeping, but you see the sport mode is active there. Foot on the brake, press the start stop button again, and sport mode is on. Now in the interior of the Levante, much hasn't changed. The biggest thing being the gear select changed here, and also the off-road mode button being here. Normally in the new 19 models for the Ghibli and Quattroporte, you'd have the start stop mode button, but not on the Levantes. You have the off-road mode button here, and you have the start stop here on the screen. So it's a little different that way. But with that, you do have the different stitching flow, which looks really good, as I pointed out earlier. Let me go to this side so you can see it. The flow of the stitching, contrasted red stitching, looks really good. You still get your massive panoramic roof there. You still get your fine Italian leather. You still get your Harman Kardon surround system, which you'll see right there. The Harman Kardon upgraded system as well. And you'll still get the normal 8.4-inch touchscreen that comes in all Maserati standard. You'll still get things like your traction control, off-road, increased efficiency, sport mode, and your active dampers there. You'll still get stuff like your toggle switches to navigate your Maserati touch control system, also to turn up and down your radio volume. You'll still get your menu buttons there. You'll still get your parking sensor button there, or not parking sensor, parking brake button there. And you'll still get your adjustable suspension here, which toggles up and down your air ride suspension. Pretty standard. Cup holders as well. Same layout as before, not like the Grand Lusso or Grand Sport Quattroportes and Ghiblis with the new layout. So you still get your same cup holders there as far as the door and tuck away. You still get new plastic here because this is a new vehicle. You still get your USB, your SD card, and your aux cable tucked away there. Now, if you guys didn't see my 2019 Levante Grand Lusso review, I did go over the speedo here, the speedometer here. I did go briefly over the 8.4-inch touchscreen system. Not much has changed, so I didn't go over it in detail. which I can do in an independent video, which I'll probably end up doing just to refresh everybody's brains. Did go over the highway assist, cruise control, adaptive cruise control, hill descent, stuff like that. It's just, you know, pretty simple stuff that's been in the cars, but something that I want to show you. You know, we're in electric steering for 2018, 2019, so a lot of things have stayed the same that way. But your highlights are definitely right here, your center, with your gear select mode, now having the button for the top to push in for park, and then your 2 tracks here, one for drive, one for manual on this side. Okay, it's just a lot different than was before. A lot better than Maserati's older systems. I'm glad they outsourced. I know a lot of people talk down on it, but I'm glad they outsourced to this model for the touch control, because it's just so much cleaner, so much simpler, so much easier to get these points across as far as what you're trying to do with the vehicle. You know, it's not the fanciest Audi, BMW, or Mercedes system, but it works just well, and that's what I'm thankful for, because these things are what matters when you need them the most, is how well they function. Stepping into the back of the Levante, the Nerissimo, nothing too special. Stepping in, you do get tons of space. I am 5'11". I have tons of leg room as always. You do have the beautiful Alcantara headliner all throughout the vehicle, going all the way around. Super clean looking, super soft. I wouldn't touch it too often just because, you know, wear and tear and all that, greasy, oily fingers. But I love the way it looks, and I love the fact that it is soft. So if you do want to touch it, you can, and it feels good. But same treatment in the back as the front. You still get your nice flowing red stitching. You still get your black piano wood, your aluminum trim. You still have your Harman Kardon extra speakers there. You do also have your Maserati seats, bucket seats here with the red stitching. All 3 seats do fold down. You do have your cup holders here, which is a lot better design that I was saying in another video. More plastic because it's a new vehicle. A lot better design with the open layout instead of pressing the button and having a door just like you would the armrest. This looks a lot better, a lot cleaner with the aluminum surround. So I do like how that looks. And then you do have your feeder to feed anything from the back of the stowage through the inside. But nothing too crazy to see back here. It is definitely nice, but nothing that really sets it apart from the competition. The one thing that I did have a, I guess, slight complaint about is nothing really here. It's just simple. You know, this I would have liked to see spruced up with the HVAC controls. I mean, obviously the USB and cigarette lighter, or, you know, 12 volt, whatever you want to call it. It definitely is not going to be the best looking thing in the world, but maybe even make this aluminum, or, you know, make it actually black piano wood. Get some, you know, digital HVAC controls and not just the standard, you know, buttons here. It's just, there could be a little bit more done to this part of the back of the car just to make you feel a little bit more special sitting in the back. You know, what my biggest thing is the treatment of your passengers, if they're getting the same treatment as if they were sitting in the driver's seat. You know, it's a real big thing for me. So I always say, oh, you still get the same treatment in the back as far as the materials go. You don't want to make your passengers feel like they're riding a completely different car. If you guys agree with me, definitely comment below, because I feel like the passenger should have just as much fun and feel just as comfortable, as not as in a luxurious car, as the front seat driver or the front seat passenger. You know, so that's my thing. I'm rambling though. We can fold down the seats, so let me show you how to do that just in case you don't know how to fold down the seats of the Levante. So we'll go to the back here, and you'll see right here on the side is the lever to do so. Now, it's not the lever to adjust the seat, which you would think to recline it or whatnot, but it's actually the lever. If I pull it up here, you'll see now that the seat has folded down. Okay, so what I'm doing is just doing the lever release, okay, letting it fall down, and then I'm gonna pull it up again and push it back. Now, it's hard to do with one hand, so I'm gonna put the lever up, and there we go. Now it's back in its original space. So just in case you didn't know how to fold down the seats on the back of the Levante, that's it. If you're in the States, premium fuel for this Levante, premium fuel for all Maseratis here in the States as well. You do have a a 17 miles per gallon combined city and highway. You have 15 city and 21 highway for your miles per gallon. And you're looking at about $6,250 in fuel costs over 5 years. All right, so a couple more things to know as far as additional options. You do get the kick sensor with this vehicle that allows you to kick under the trunk there or under the car and open up the trunk. That is an extra $100, 100 US dollars. That is not standard on the vehicles. You also get the full natural drilled leather, which we saw, and that's actually $2,890 for that option. So for that natural drilled leather there, which looks phenomenal, it's almost about $3 grand for you to get something like that. You also get the big red Brembo brake calipers with the white Maserati script. That's an extra $300. You also get these big 21-inch Anteo wheels, which we talked about. Those are actually $3,600 for this wheel option. Looks really good, right? You have to pay a little bit for it, but it looks really good. And that Harman Kardon surround system, we talked about it, $990 for the upgraded system. Now with that, let's talk about the rest of the options that are on the car. All right, so the 2019 Levante S, you're looking at the price and the options here. Now the price MSRP before options is $86,980. You do have the Netto interior with the Rosso and the exterior and Netto as well. All right, you do have the 8-speed transmission, which is the German transmission, ZF, and you're looking at that 424 horsepower V6 twin turbo, Ferrari made. Now with that, here are your options, and then we'll get down to the final price. I'll go over these slowly. All right, so your grand total is at $98,935 US dollars, with the destination charges of $1,195 and preparation and delivery at $300. The 2019 Levante Gran Lusso I just filmed and posted the video of actually was $100,000. So just a little bit more than this $98,000. So now my biggest question is for you guys, between the two models, which one would you take? I still love this car. I love the way it looks. These are the best looking SUVs out right now. Don't come at me. These are the best looking SUVs. But what do you guys think? If you do want to come check out this car, check me out. Check out the phone number here. Check it out in the description as well. Check the website. Get a hold of me. Let's talk about it. We can ship cars anywhere in the US too for about $700, $800 US dollars. So you guys want to try to get this car specifically, let me know. I'm here to help. But with that said, guys, it's Ron's Rides. Be easy, be blessed. Check the social media below. Comment Gran Lusso or Nerissimo, and definitely subscribe for more Maserati Alfa Romeo content. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.